Hello, welcome to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. This is the Watchdog speaking here, and today we're going to do a comparison video. On the left here, I have the Islander ISL 155. This is on loan to me from Island Watch, and I do have to return it. And on the right here, I have the Wishdoit 9012, and I purchased this from AliExpress during the big 11/11 sale. So I am going to sell it after this comparison video. But the Islander came first. So the Wishdoit is an homage to the Islander. And so let's do a comparison between the two.
It's time for fun with watches with your friend, the Watchdog. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. It's time for fun with watches.
Let's start off the wrist check. I'm wearing this Freestyle Shark clip. I'll probably be reviewing this watch next. And Grogo's wearing my Cadison C8244, the watch that was banned from Just One More Watch. Grogo was telling me about the holiday classic he just watched called It's a Blunderful Life Day. In it, Qui-Gon Jinn shows Jar Jar Binks that if he was never born, he and Obi-Wan Kenobi would never have gone through the planet core of Naboo, and instead stumbled across Palpatine giving orders to the Trade Federation and revealing he was the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, leading to his arrest. Jar Jar said, but you never would have met Annie, and he would have remained a slave. Anakin's Force Ghost said he did remain a slave to love. Alright, let's take a look at the watches. The Islander comes in this box. Every Islander I've ever had has come in an identical box. And instead of an unsigned warranty card, you get the QR codes for registration, which is probably better anyway. And the Wishdoit, the box it comes in doesn't have, you have to have the sleeve to even know it's a Wishdoit. And the box is nothing special either, but you do come with a cleaning cloth that you don't get with the Islander. And instead of a pillow, though, you get this thing. So here are the two watches. And as you can see, they look fairly similar, but there are quite a few differences. First of all is the price. This Islander here is $429 at Island Watch. But if you visit the Island Watch website and if you're registered with them, they send you a 5% discount code just for visiting. So you can get this watch for 5% off, which makes it closer to $400. The Wishdoit, I bought it from AliExpress for $123 during the big 11/11 sale. But currently it's going for $114 during the big Christmas sale. So there's quite a big bit of price difference. But I'm going to show you, though, that this Islander is a really good quality watch. And it just might be worth your effort or worth the money to get the more expensive watch, because it is much nicer, even though they look very similar. When it comes to the dimensions, they're fairly similar. The biggest difference is the Islander is 41 millimeters at the bezel, where the Wishdoit is 40. So the Islander is just a hair bigger. The lug-to-lug is about identical at 47.3, and they both have inverted end links. And they're both about 12.4 millimeters thick, so the thickness is about the same. They both have 20 millimeter lug width, and they both taper down to 16 at the clasp. But the Islander weighs 155 grams with 3 links removed, and the Wishdoit weighs 136 grams with 2 links removed. So the Islander is a little bit bigger. Now when it comes to the bezels, as you can see, they both have the green and white, but the numerals on the Islander are much bigger, much bolder font than the Wishdoit. And also, the Islander has sapphire over the bezel insert, but the Wishdoit just has glass. And another big difference too is the Islander, the bezel is fully lumed. And so you can read the numerals, the black numerals and the dots by just being a negative display of the lumed bezel. There is no lume at all on the Wishdoit, not even the home position, so you cannot read the bezel at all in the dark. Then they both have a re-hot chapter ring with minute markers, but when you look at the dials, here, let me zoom it up. They both have that white to green pattern, but as you can see, the Islander, the pattern's a lot finer, a little bit, and it seems to be a little bit better looking. And they both have the logos up top, and they both say automatic on the bottom. On the Islander, though, you get 200 meters of water resistance, but the Wishdoit, you get 150. So you get a little bit more water resistance on the Islander. And then when it comes to the indices, they're very different. On the Islander, we have thick batons at the 3, 9, and 12, and single baton and thinner batons everywhere else. On the Wishdoit, we have more of a, we have batons at the 3, smaller batons at the 3, 9, and 12, and then we have dots everywhere else. So that's very different. And also the handset's kind of different too. We have stick hands on the Islander, and on the Wishdoit, we have a fence post minute hand, and then we have this arrow, hour hand. Then when it comes to the second hands, we have like a square lollipop on the Islander, then we have a spear tip on the Wishdoit. Now they both have dates at the 6, which is great. And the Islander does say Miyota 9015, where there's no mention of the movement at all on the Wishdoit. Then they both have 120 click unidirectional bezels. So when you spin it, the Islander is really good action. It's smooth and there's no back play. The Wishdoit, the clicks are a lot louder and it's not near as smooth. Every once in a while you get to a point where it feels a little stuck. So the action's not quite as good on the Wishdoit. Then they both have sign screw down crowns, but on the Islander, the crown action's buttery smooth. When you go to unscrew it, then screw it back in, it just, everything just works just great. The Wishdoit, the crown's a little bit shorter, a little bit harder to grip. And then when you go to screw it in, it's, well, it's not bad. It's just the crown on the Islander is a little bit easier to use because it's just a little bit taller. Then they both have sapphire crystals, and they both have pretty good AR coating. So I don't know if the Islander has a clear advantage on the crystal department, because the Wishdoit does a pretty good job. Then when it comes to the cases, they're fairly different. The Islander is more of a cushion case. As you can see, the lugs are really cut out, kind of, where the Wishdoit's a more traditional shape. But they are both steel and they're both nicely finished. But as you can see too, the Islander has drilled lugs and the Wishdoit does not. They both have screw down casebacks, but the Islander has notches for a wrench and the Wishdoit's a coin edge. So more than likely you have a tool to open this one and you might not have a tool to open this one. And this though has a little sailing ship, and the Islander though just has their generic case back for all island watches. Then we have the movements. The Wishdoit has a Miyota 8215 and the Islander has a Miyota 9015. The Islander, the 9015 is a premium movement, costs more than the 8215. It's a 4 hertz movement that hand winds hacks, has a unidirectional rotor and 24 joules, and about a 40-hour power reserve. And the Wishdoit has the 8215, which is a 3 hertz movement that hand winds hacks, has 21 joules and about a 40-hour power reserve and a unidirectional rotor. And I'm not going to show you either one on the time grapher. If you want to see them on the time grapher, go see the individual reviews. Then it comes to the bracelets. This is another really big difference. On the Islander, we have a J-style bracelet. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say the J word or not. And then on the Wishdoit, we have the 3-link style. And the Wishdoit, they're not fully articulating. The center links are fixed. And the links are all brushed on the Wishdoit, but the sides are polished. Then on the Islander, though, everything's brushed, including the sides. Then also the Islander, we have screw pins, and the heads are fairly big for a J-style bracelet. And the Islander did come with a screwdriver. The Wishdoit, though, we have push pins or split pins. And then we have the clasp. The biggest, they're both milled, and they both have plenty of micro adjust. The biggest difference is the Islander has a signed fold over, and the Wishdoit does not. It's signed, but there's no fold over. But they're both milled, and they're both pretty nice. The Wishdoit clasp is a little bit shorter, so some people might prefer a shorter clasp to the Islander's long one. Neither one has a diver extension, and neither one has on-the-fly adjustment. But they're both solid end links. One thing I noticed, though, about the Wishdoit, though, is the end links are a little short, so it's a little sharp here. And I don't notice any sharpness at all on the Islander. Here's the Islander on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice. It really sits flat on the wrist and contours. I removed 3 links, and then I moved it in 2 notches of micro adjust, and so basically I could remove 4 links if I had to. So I went ahead and gave this one the Joe Haynes seal of approval. And here's the Wishdoit on my 7.5-inch wrist. Looks nice, wears nice. I removed 2 links and moved this one in 2 holes of 2 notches of micro adjust. So I'll go ahead and give this one the Joe Haynes seal of approval also, because it's about the same length as the Islander. Here we are in the Lume room. When I reviewed the Islander, I showed you just how good the Lume was, but the Wishdoit is no slouch either, so let's look at them side by side. As we speed up the time, we see that the Islander has a Lume bezel, but the Wishdoit does not, which makes the Wishdoit bezel markers completely unreadable in the dark. When it comes to the indices, the Wishdoit has a slight advantage, especially the dots, but it is the hands that matter most, and the Islander has a clear advantage in the hand department as they are much brighter than the Wishdoit. So the Islander wins this contest. Well, there you have it, a comparison between the 2 watches. And as you can see, the Islander is clearly the better of the 2 watches, but then again, the Islander costs significantly more, over 3 times as much. And the Wishdoit is no slouch. So it all depends really on your budget or how much you just like the Islander. But the Islander, this comparison shows you just how good the Islander is. It is a very good watch for the money. Well, thank you for watching my comparison video, and I will be back with a review, probably that shark clip here I'm wearing. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to like and subscribe to my new channel, Fun with Watches Shorts, because I need 1,000 subscribers before I can monetize. And if you like either one of these watches, I'll leave links. There's no affiliate link for the Islander, but if you do buy the Islander, be sure to tell them you saw it on Fun with Watches, and maybe they'll keep sending me watches to review. And I do have an affiliate link with AliExpress for the Wishdoit. So if you use that link, this channel will get a small commission, but those commissions do add up. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. There you are. Last time I looked, there was 13 of you. And I just reviewed the Member's Choice watch. So if you haven't seen the review yet, be sure to see it. And if you're not a member, you have to wait a week to see the review. But it should be coming up fairly soon. Bye.